For the longest time, I used to sit there wondering why life picked me for the hard mode. Why was I born into this struggle while others were born into comfort? Why should I crawl while others fly? I used to look at people who had everything: the money, support, privilege, and that effortless glow of having it all. I used to think, what did they do that I didn't? Why was I chosen for the storm while they were handed the sunshine? I carried that question like a wound for years. It burned in my chest every time I failed. It was unfair, so unfair that I started believing maybe universe made mistake with me, maybe I was just some leftover version of someone else's destiny. But somewhere between breaking down and building myself up again, I learned something that most people don't realize. People who get everything early in life, they look happy, but they can't survive when everything is taken away. They never learn what it means to fall and still raise without any help. They never learn the flavor of hunger that makes you dangerous. When you're born with everything, you grow up fearing loss. When you're born with nothing, you grow up fearing nothing, and that's power. That's something money, beauty, fame, or privilege can never give you. That's what I call invisible strength. The kind you only earn after crying silently at night and still showing up in the morning as if you're never broke. People think strength is all about confidence, success, and showing off how perfect your life is. But no, the real strength is built when no one claps for you, no one believes in you, when every door is slammed on your face and you still knock again. The real strength is built in the nights when you question your worth but still wake up pretending as if you never doubted yourself. People who get everything easily in life, they'll never know this kind of power. They'll never understand what it means to turn pain into fuel. And yes, people tell don't comfort yourself by saying this. But that's what weak people say when they don't understand someone who is building themselves from the scratch. I have realized that only thing harder than starting from nothing is pretending to be someone you're not, just to feel equal to those who started with everything. So I stopped pretending, I stopped comparing, I stopped asking why life is unfair, because the truth is life is unfair, it will always be. But maybe unfairness is the best gift life can ever give you. Maybe that's not a curse. Maybe it's a training ground for your greatness. Maybe universe looked at you and said, you don't deserve an easy story, you deserve a legendary one. And legends aren't born out of ease, they're born out of madness, out of rejection, out of loneliness, out of nights when no one are watching, but you still keep moving anyway. Out of the times you wanted to quit but you didn't, out of the pain you didn't deserve but still handled with grace, that's real legacy. Because when everything is taken away from you and you still have yourself, that's when you win. People who are rich, they might know how to buy comfort, but I know how to create it from chaos. They might know how to celebrate, I know how to survive. They might know luxury, but I know resilience, and resilience is something you can't buy, borrow, fake. It's built, it's earned. One day, when you look back, you'll realize the things that hurt you the most were the things that shaped you the best. The betrayals, the loneliness, the comparisons, they were not punishments, they were sculptures. Every cut carved you into something stronger. Every loss stripped you down to the core until all that was left was the real you. See, life doesn't owe you fairness, it owes you transformation. When you start seeing struggle as your initiation, you'll stop asking why me. You'll start saying try me. That's when everything changes. Because when life hits you now, you don't flinch because you have been hit harder before. When someone underestimates you, you smile because you have been doubted by worse. Maybe I didn't start where they started. Maybe I had to crawl through things that they will never experience, but I wouldn't trade my path for theirs, even for a second, because I built something that they can never buy: a character. A character is what stands when everything else falls. Because the truth is, it's not about where I started, it's about how I ended. If I ended stronger, wiser, and prouder than the person who got everything easily, then I won. That's the real victory. That's the only victory. The rest is noise. The rest is temporary. So the next time you think life is unfair, remember unfairness is your edge. That's the proof you're chosen for a difficult story. And difficult stories are worth remembering. Anyone can live a pretty life, only few can live a powerful one. And if the price of that power is pain, I'll pay it 1,000 times. Because I would rather be built by storms than destroyed by comfort. That's self respect, that's the truth no one wants to hear.